Hey YouTube, welcome back to New Rock City. I'm your host Stephen Moss, and each week I bring you a brand new band, we interview them, and play some of their music videos. Tonight we have a special guest all the way from Germany. Estrella Drive is on the show. Guys, thank you so much for coming.
Hey,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
your
having us.
invitation, Stephen.
The first thing I want to do is just have you introduce yourself and say what you do in the band, please.
Okay, then I will start. Yeah, I'm Max. I'm the bass player in the band.
I'm Bastian, and I'm the lead singer in the band.
Very nice. Thank you guys. How did the band start? How did you guys come together?
Oh, this is a very long story
Okay.
to tell. Basically, we are going back like almost 15 years. It starts when I go to a club in our hometown, and this was like one of the clubs you won't really attend. You just want to get drunk there, and yeah, I got to know the lights man who was back then just doing the lighting of the whole evening, and every now and then when I went to the DJ booth, he recognized that I have like those punkish pop punk flavor taste of music. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he was like, then he asked me to if I want maybe to start a band. And then he went to Phoenix for a couple of weeks in some kind of exchange program, and the band was getting more and more formed, I would say. We already had then a guitar player then also joining us, and yeah, that's also where the name is coming from. He lived there in Phoenix,
Gotcha.
and in a road called West Estrella Drive. Yeah, basically the whole thing never happened with him. As before he returned, he already said, "I don't want to. I don't have the time for a new band." And yeah, so I kept the name and was doing the first songs with the guitarist Rowley, who's not here with us at the moment. Then we had a couple of changes at the beginning, but now with Max at bass and Julian at drums and Andy at the second guitar. This is happening for a longer time now. And yeah, so here we are, and this is Estrella Drive now.
Very cool. Now you're the first German band that we've had on the show so far. What is the current punk scene like in Germany?
I think it's pretty vibrant again. I feel
nice.
like we have a lot, like especially in southern Germany, I have a feel that we have a lot of like good friends of us, like Cadet Carter is a band from Munich that we know that are friends of ours, and like there are a couple of bands here in southern Germany I feel like that are coming up, and we have starting to get a revival of German singing punk rock bands. Like we're
cool.
also like other friends of ours, yeah, like they're starting to put with German lyrics. So I think it's like getting there again. I have to feel like there's kind of like, yeah, like a revival coming up.
So
the scene is coming back.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna piggyback on that because you said coming back. So I was curious. You know, pop punk got very, very mainstream in the United States in like the early and mid 2000s. Was it a very similar thing that happened in Germany around that time? Is that what you mean by coming back?
Yeah, exactly
Gotcha.
that. Like exactly that. Like the bands that you had mainstream, like Blink 182, Sum 41, like Panic at the Disco Fall Out Boy. Like we had those here too, and those were like the big bands that were here. But we also had some like local bands like the Donuts or Itchy Poop Skid at the time, who also did kind of the same style, also with English lyrics back then. And yeah, and then this kind of like, I don't know, it became a bit like stale, the whole scene, I would say. I kind of like it did in the US too. And now like, yeah, with like guys like Machine Gun Kelly or something, like you have this huge, or like even with State Champs and Neck Deep before already, we have like this huge revival, and I feel like, and yeah, so.
Nice. Thinking back in the day, like I know Goldfinger, they had a really popular song where they covered the 99 Red Balloons, and they even sung it in German. So that was kind of cool. Do you guys plan to do any of your songs in German?
I don't think so, because I'm doing really hard writing in German, because you know I would say our songs are already cheesy some from time to time in English, yeah, and
you think
when you write in German, it's like you know all these memes going on and videos in the internet, which is because it's a harsh language, like really hard, not fluent, And also it sounds to me when I write something in German, then it's even more cheesier and it's ridiculous. So I don't feel that that kind of, if I write in English, even though it's the same thing in the end, what I want when I'm writing, but it's a completely different feel because maybe it's a foreign language, and in Germany not everyone is really listening to the lyrics as itself. So it's when it's a cool melody and everything is fine with that. But so there's still a cover of English lyrics and no one even takes care of. So it's more easy for us. Yeah.
I gotcha. The first song I wanted to play from you guys is Satellites. What can you tell us about that song?
Well, it's basically just a song about missing your significant other when you're out there somewhere away. You can't. Modern times are more easier, but you don't. You miss them in person, and you when you're away you can't feel them. So this is basically just a song telling someone that I miss him or that to miss him. Yeah.
Gotcha. So for everyone at home, here is Satellites by Estrella Drive.
Not until the satellites will fall from the night skies. Not even if the world stops today.
And welcome back to the show, everyone. I wanted to touch on the next song from you. You guys recently did a cover song. How did you decide on that song, and how did that come about for you guys?
Should I take over, Max?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's in the end, this is completely your story. That's completely like that's all on you. Like we just rolled with it. So
gotcha.
So basically, I was recording with a friend of us, is Christian Campadelli, which is basically producing and mixing and mastering our songs. So small little ad for him here, and shout out to him. If someone's out there listening and needs some guy who is good at mastering, so definitely try to contact him. He will help you out. In the end, I was recording with him, and I was like, man, I always wanted to do some cover. And then so we were writing each other over a messenger, and then we tried to figure out which one is a good cover song at the moment, because every old song has been done already, covered, and I know there are a lot of mood covers already out there. But back then I said, hey, that could be a cool pop punk cover song, and he was like, yeah. And half an hour later, I already got a complete pop punk version of that song already, with the original lyrics on it. So he just created something out of nothing. It was like, man, that's crazy shit. So I want to record that. And I was not really sure at the moment how the band would react. In the end, it was like, at first, Max even didn't know the song back then.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I didn't know it either until I was researching for this episode. So Max, when Bastian brought it to you guys, what did you guys think?
Yeah.
Be honest.
No. I really liked, I loved what Chris did with the instrumentals, and I really liked it. But when you showed me the original at first, I was like, holy. Well, this is no. Let's just not. Like, it's fun. Let's keep it for us. Maybe make it a B-side one day, but let's just not. But it really grew on me, surprisingly, and I really started, like, even Ian Dior, who's a part and a feature on this song, I started to listen to his music a bit more even lately. He also had some collabs with Machine Gun Kelly, as I said before, stuff like that. So, and but I think I was more on the positive side, like, gotcha, towards the song. Like, there were other people in the band who were, like, not the biggest fans of it.
Well, it seems like you guys are getting some really positive press about it and really good comments about it. So it turned out to be pretty nice.
Yeah, so it was definitely worth it. And the song, like, the video shoot was a lot of fun, even during COVID now, like, stuff. It was, like, really, like, yeah, it was a lot of fun doing the video. And we had the chance to play it live, like, last week on a live stream concert for the first time. And even there, it was so much fun to play it. Like, so nice. Yeah, it's cool. Like, it was definitely worth it. And so, yeah.
Awesome. So I'll play the video for everyone at home. So here's Mood by Estrella Drive.
Why you always in the mood? Fucking around like I'm brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. Why you always in the mood? Fucking around like I'm brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. I could never get attached when I start to feel unattached. Somehow I always end up feeling bad. Baby, I am not your dad. It's not all you want from me. I just want your company. God, it's obvious, elephant in the room. We're part of it, don't act so confused. And you love starting it, now I'm in the mood. Now we're arguing in my bedroom. We play games of love to avoid the depression. We've been here before, and I won't be your bitch. Why you always in the mood? Fucking around like I'm brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. Why you always in the mood? Fucking around like I'm brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. Do I try for your love on the regular when you could be blowing up just like my cellular? I will never let a shorty go and set me up. Only thing I need to know is if you're wet enough. I'm talking slick back, kick back, gang, sipping 40s. You keep playing not another day with you shorty. Mismatch fits, that was way before you know me. Got a lot of love, well you better save it for me. We play games of love to avoid the depression. We've been here before, and I won't be your victim. Why you always in the mood? Fucking around like I'm brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything
and welcome back to the show. So you kind of touched on it. I want to go along with what you were saying. You said you did a live stream last week. So I was wondering, because things are opening up here in the States, people are now booking shows again. What's it looking like in Germany? Are you guys getting shows back? Do you have shows on the future? What's that looking like for you?
I guess we are a bit behind the US because we are like really careful with reopening everything in Germany.
Okay.
So and it will get like a bit how it was last summer in Germany. So small, tiny shows with a strict concept, like you have to wear your mask everywhere
At all times,
except of your own seat.
Gotcha.
And so there are concepts, and there are also now in our hometown Augsburg, which is pretty close to Munich, there was announced a small version of the local music festival. We won't play there, but it's planned for the next big episode of that festival, I would say,
Gotcha.
which is happening next year then. So this year is still a little bit influenced by COVID.
Gotcha.
But you feel it's getting better.
Yeah, and we have some gigs coming up in the summer, which is really nice. So like there will be still with like strict protocol and everything, but at least we will have a few gigs coming up.
That's
and
good.
Yeah, and people are hoping that till the end of the year it might get back there to almost normal, I think.
Gotcha.
So.
Now I read something interesting about you, Bastian. Last year I read that you opened up your apartment for traveling bands that were coming through Germany. Is that true? Like, what was that like for you? That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, there was some Facebook group called something like traveling bands in Europe, and they want to get a night over, sleepover at for nothing. Like, how can I say? Yeah, just searching for places to sleep, basically. Yeah. So it came down that Stan Atlantic was at my place, which was my first guest back then. I still have my apartment open, but this COVID thing happened, so it was the first band at the moment, and it was one of my favorite bands also. So it was like pretty awesome to have Bonnie, to have also Jono and Mikey in my flat. It was like like this little fanboy moment you have, So
That's
like
awesome.
your role models in some kind of way are at your flat. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool show in Munich, and then they joined later into my flat, and it was a great experience. And
Cool.
Having 10 persons in my in my flat was also like a weird thing that happened. But yeah, it was great. They were pretty nice. They were pretty grateful. Yeah, they left a lot of merch as gift for me. And yeah,
Cool.
If anyone is able to do that, so just do it. Those bands are pretty nice, I guess. So
that's awesome.
I will do it again as soon as the shows are back. I will definitely open my flat again for bands touring. Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad you had some great experiences with that. Your latest EP is called Every Second. In your opinion, what sets that EP apart from the Broken Skylines EP? How's that different in your opinion?
It's way more pop punk again. Like,
Gotcha.
It's just way less punk rock and like even pop-ish. Like it's pop punk again, like straightforward. At least that's what I would say. I don't know what you would say, Basti, but
I would basically say, because Broken Skyline had some slow ballads on it, which are basically all songs are more in a bit darker mood, and not very cheerful. And even though song like Satellites are still about missing someone, it has a lot more life in it, and how can I say, it's hope. More joyful and with more hope than Broken Skyline was. So gotcha. That's also like the covers are getting more colorful, instead of the Broken Skyline, which is black, has a black cover. So you feel that there's more joy inside, I would say.
Gotcha. Now, your first EP is called Down the Highway, and it was released in 2011. How do you feel that your music has progressed since the early days?
We got better. at our instruments, basically just at least that. So
that's always a good plus.
I would say so. Yeah. Makes it easier to write, like better songs. No, but in the end, I think like the music, it just got more grown up, just as we did, like 10 years ago, which is crazy to think about that now. Like that's around the time when I joined back then. And we just like, if I remember meeting the guys, like this bunch of weirdos in a bar, like they had a burger and beer, and we just were talking, and it was just like, a bunch of kids. And now when we are like meeting now, we're not talking about the latest escalation on the weekends, and it's more like, hey, did you do your taxes lately? And like, oh man, my heating is not working again, I have to call my landlord. So luckily it doesn't reflect in our songs that way, like at least that's
funny. Now what about like the process of writing songs together? Like how has that evolved over the years?
So basically it's still the same in some kind of way. Gotcha. I'm a little bit weird when it comes down to writing, because I just have a melody in my head, and in my head, oh my. When I have a melody inside of my head, then it's like I start to try write a lyric on, and I don't even have a melody for like an instrumental or something. Most of the bands that I know have a instrumental already written, and then the lyrics and the vocal line are evolving on that. And in the end, when I write, it's like the other way around.
So you do the lyrics first, and then put
I do the lyrics first.
Gotcha.
And then it's like going to, with the basic chords, it's going to Rolly and the other band members of the band who are getting involved then in the process, and basically then the song is evolving here.
Gotcha.
But the modern technique makes it easier for us, like the technical side of things, that we can like really, like we have our own recording studio in our practice room now, so we can really like immediately record the song, like at least a rough version of it, and then like work on it more as it then comes to mixing and producing and actually recording the song. But at least we have like our basic structure of the song way easier.
Gotcha.
And we can already start practicing it live and stuff like that. So
very nice. I want to play one more song by you guys. Now you recently just put out a lyric video for the song Every Second. What can you tell us about that?
Well, it's basically also just it's the song is about the last Corona summer when I dated a girl, and it was like not meant to happen, but I enjoyed the time, and it was not that hard to let it go. It's just like that I'm grateful that everything happened, and if I could do it again, as I said, then I would do it. So it was just a good time that I like to think about and still remember that time. So it's just like a good memory in that song.
Very nice. So here's the song Every Second.
Remember when we sat down at the beach and watched the sunset above the ocean, and we both told us our dreams. You leaned on my shoulder and ran your fingers through my hair. Those are the nights I still remember. I wish we'd still be there. Still be there. Next to me, the feeling of sand between my toes will always bring back these memories. I wish I would rewrite the pages, all the chapters in always be part of our memories.
And welcome back to the show, everyone. So we kind of touched on how things are kind of looking up. By the summer, you guys are going to be playing some shows. What else can your fans look forward to for the rest of the year?
So we still have some songs coming. One is dated. I don't know. Should I say what it is?
Yeah, come on. Good. That's an exclusive.
So,
that's an exclusive.
There we go. Oh, appreciate
Yeah.
it. Here's an
So
exclusive.
that's exclusive, right? Yeah, we surprise, we do another cover.
Very nice.
Another pop punk cover in that kind of way. So we came up with the idea to cover a famous pop punk song, but just doing something else with it.
Gotcha.
And this summer, there's one pop punk album that's getting 18 this year, and
nice.
it's Ocean Avenue by Yellow Card.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
So we just decided to do a laid back version of Ocean Avenue, like a more acoustic version with a little bit orchestral
Really? Wow.
kind of style. So it's like a ballad. It's really a ballad we made out of it. Not a acoustic version, and it's like Yellow Card already did. It's like a reimagination of the whole song. It has the same lyrics, of course. It has everything the same, but it's just like the background which is rising over the song. So this will be out at the 23rd of July, which is
fantastic.
one day after the original release date, back in 2003. Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll definitely be looking forward to that. That sounds really cool. So the last part of the show, I just like to open it up to the band and say, what would you like to say to your fans?
What we would like to say? Okay, that was unexpected. So
at first, thank you so much for the last couple of years. Like, I don't know how it's for you, Basti, but I'm pretty sure like I speak for all of us. Like, especially with our streaming numbers going more and more up over the last couple of years. I did never expect that. Like, I always knew that I always loved our music. I got to know those guys as a fan, basically, and I loved Sorry, for example, back then, and I always loved Basti's style in writing the music and stuff like that. So to see that people are really starting to enjoy it more and more, and to get more and more people from around the globe to listen to it, it's amazing to see, and I love it. And that we have had the chance to play some really cool gigs here in Germany over the last couple of years, some cool things coming up, hopefully, after all this is done, and just to get the chance to enjoy life with these weird dudes, and which became basically my second family and everything. It's just amazing, and that's all to the people listening to it and enjoying the songs. And we got so much support over Instagram and from friends of ours who were there from day one, but also new people that we got to know, which are like amazing people, and telling us how much they love the music and what those songs mean to them, and to get like their side of things. It's amazing. It's just such a blessing. Like, yeah,
that's cool.
So thanks.
There's nothing that I want to add. There's nothing that I want to add, but I got something in my eye now. Thank you.
Oh, man. So for those watching at home, I will have a link in the description of all the social media so you can follow the band. And Max and Bastian, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Please tune in next week. Those at home, please tune in next week when we have a new band. Like and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Bye-bye.
You too.